I'm Bradford Wilson, and I'm in my home state of New Jersey, home to America's first black-owned country club. Did you even know that was a thing? Me either. But that's why I want to tell the story of the Shady Rest Country Club. Today you'll meet Sheenah Pegeron. She grew up on this course. She knows its history, she knows the roots, and she's going to share with us the stories that live here. I can't wait to get into it. Join us, won't you?
Of golf clubs that belong to courses. We don't belong to nobody. I just worked out an agreement like this is what we're paying because we're part of the Shady Rest, and you know it was that meeting. But a lot of these big to small golf clubs that travel, they still, if you break it down, they still giving their money to the course for all this extra stuff. We do not do that. We are 1,000% solo. So that's what makes us different. And to be honest, my mentors, Mr. Thurman Simmons and Miss Sylvia Hicks, when they heard that we were going to continue this legacy, the first thing she said to me was, you can't give it up. You can't give it up, meaning you can't let no one come in here and tell you, be a part of this. Don't part with no one.
Yeah.
At 14, and then I stopped. My dad quit his job when I was about 12, and we just played all year round, traveling all over. I was homeschooled, and golf was life, like literally. You know how that feeling is. You call back home, everyone's at a cookout doing electric slide, and you start to feel like it's more to life than just golf. And it was so stressful. And then when I became an 18-hole golfer, you know, you playing in a foursome, you winning, but it's 62 golfers on there. You come back, you're like 47. And that was not cool for my dad. So it got so stressful, and I just was like, let me be a kid. You know, my mom had to step in, like, let her be a kid. So golf was history for me, because I connected golf with my dad, and it being this whole traumatic experience, it wasn't fun anymore. I went to school, had kids, got married, and my husband said, why don't you pick up some clubs, let's go play. And I was like, nah. Now you talking about, I'm like my 30s. You talking about like 10, 15 year gap. I was like, nah. I came here, this is the only place I'll come play. And I met a gentleman, Lamont Davis, who passed away. And he said, you know about the Shady Rest? I'm like, I played it here my whole life. He said, no, you don't know about the history. Before it became a country club, it was a clubhouse where blacks almost hid just to socialize until they started getting big names to come, and the big names was help supporting them, and they became a clubhouse. So that's another reason why we're semi-private. We're still trying to keep that name going. Let me tell you something, Brad. I was so embarrassed that I didn't know this history about the Shady Rest, and I played at this course my entire life. You the next generation. He sat me in front of the town manager, a whole bunch of people. I'm talking my history. They found pictures of me when I was here. It was like crazy. So when me and Mr. Lamont got together and tried to figure out what we want the club to look like, that's when I became a committee, a board member, because it's how we want this to roll out with all this history. Unfortunately, 3 weeks after that, he passed away, right here at this golf course. Wow. I was hurt. It took me forever. I didn't want to get up. I'm like, this is the man who pulled me through this. Yes. You know, now what? My mission is to get more youth that look like us on this course. Free of charge, pro bono, I don't care where you at, let's pick up some clubs. Because it's so many scholarships for minorities in golf.
That we just don't know about.
And you don't even have to play. You could be a caddy. And I tell people all the time.
That's it. I think that's the gateway. It's getting kids on the golf course, letting them just be around it.
Yeah.
Caddying, I think, is the easiest thing.
You learn the game.
You learn the game. You learn professionalism. You learn skills. You learn how to communicate, etiquette, things that you can't learn in a classroom.
Well, let's talk about monetary, right?
Yeah.
If you're a pro and your pro won $1 million, you get 1% of that.
Right. 1% of $1 million is do that.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. You have 3 kids.
Yes. Yes.
Do they all golf?
They all know how to golf, surprisingly. So my 15-year-old is a baseball star. He likes it, but he can't do 9 holes. Like 2 holes, I'm over it. I have a 7-year-old, my daughter, and I see me in her. She swings nice. Sometimes she get a little choppy. She don't like to take my advice, but she's a gymnast. So in her head, it's like, I'm only doing it because of you. And then my 2-year-old, he's going to be 3 in 2 weeks. We found a top flight driver. He be knocking them out. He never let me take pictures of nothing, and I try to sneak, but one of them gonna be play golf, damn it. When my husband and I play, it's normally, African American woman, African American man, and when we tee off, it's people watching. Even when we go pay inside, it's people watching. And being so my husband is a newbie, I'll be like, yo, pay it, do everything, hit the ball, hit it with all your strength,
Right.
And then when we come back around, it's always, that was a nice swing, that was this. I've never felt that at the Shady Rest my entire life. And not just because it's Union County, New Jersey, and we don't have all that racism background, but just simply like, I feel like I'm at home.
To feel welcome, to feel comfortable, to feel like this place is home. Why is that important?
Because we're part of this generation where we're trying to cycle break, right? We're trying to create generational wealth, and now it's Black Lives Matter. Now we're front line now. Like, oh, we matter. That's why it's important for me to feel comfortable, because I never want people to feel like a-holes up here and on the course to feel like they got one up because we may not matter to them.
Yeah.
But Breonna Taylor mattered. I want to take that, even when all that stuff was happening, George Floyd, we came right out to the golf course, a lot of us. I don't want to feel like that no more. Because normally when they see blacks in a golf club, you think white behind it, right?
Exactly. You know what it feels like. You have the experience of playing competition golf. You know what it feels like when you walk into a clubhouse and eyes are on you. I've been asked to leave clubhouses because I'm not buying anything. Well, I just paid my green fee. I bought something.
Yeah.
I'm paying for my time on your course. Yeah. We just, we prefer if you wait outside in Southern California. That happened to me. So I had that same experience where you were explaining earlier about like that kind of toxic relationship with the sport, but now it sounds like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like you have forged a new relationship with this game and a new love for it, and a new passion for it, and you're exploring that now in your adulthood.
Here's my thing. We celebrate Martin Luther King, we celebrate Malcolm X, and all these great African American people, right? But who's gonna be the next? Who's gonna push through it and be like, yo, I don't want to be Tiger Woods. He was on let's just do this golf thing and just make our own tournaments, and let's just do our own thing.
That's why I love using social media as that platform, because
Say what the hell you want.
I say whatever I want, and I get to tell the stories that I want to tell, and I get to inform people and stuff I want them to know.
Yeah.
So, and I don't bite my tongue either. What's the key? What's the trick to playing this course?
The key to playing this course, it's so funny because everyone says, hit them straight, the cliché term. The key to this is play them short. So you can technically hit your iron off the tee, take another iron, take a pitching wedge, and putt. That's the key.
That's it.
You got to play it short.
That's the key. If you could give a message to black golfers out there, Shady Rest is important for you to come and visit for XYZ reasons.
Shady Rest is important for me for other golfers, black golfers specifically, to visit, just because this is the Mecca. This is where it all started. You know, Homo John Shippen, he was the first American-born professional golfer who happens to be black. You know, so this is the Mecca for both pro and how we started playing, you know. So for me, I would like to, well, when we do have people come visit, it's just, you have to know that history so you can appreciate the course. Yeah. It humbles you a little bit, you know what I mean? And you appreciate it. So when I go travel, when I play other places, it's like, dang, Shady Rest go neck and neck, you know, with how the course is built, you know? It ain't like we got a shabby municipal course, you know, it's decent. So that's what I want people to see.
The reason I hit you up and I came out here is because I'm curious about our history. There's a lot, obviously, the educational system doesn't teach us.
Absolutely.
And a lot that our own families don't even know. So to be here on the grounds, to play this course, it means a lot to me. And I'm interested in just like all of our stories, because if we don't know, there's tens of thousands, maybe millions of others that don't know too.
So this is our purpose, right?
Yeah.
Today this year we marked the 100th. This is our 100th anniversary. This is our centennial year for the Shady Rest Clubhouse. So we're the next generation, right? Even you, we're the next generation. So my job as the president of the club is to travel, and I do travel to multiple states, and I either network with people on social media. I'm like, hey, what country club you belong to? What golf course? I'll come out there and play 18 holes with you. And I'm just talking. Yeah. You know, I'm not selling memberships. I'm just completely talking just for people to know where we came from. Yeah. Because, you know, be honest, we played collegiate golf, right? High school golf. You might went to the big, because, you know, when you play that, you go to big country clubs, right? For me, I always felt like, because I played in the mid-90s, I always dealt with racism in other states, like always. I would be busting the boys and girls, and then I get back, I'm first. I know I'm first. We're taking score and everything, and there's no trophy for me, but it's second place trophy. So I dealt with a lot of stuff like that. So even as an adult, when I go play at big country clubs and stuff, I always get this sense of they don't think I can play. Yeah.